Hey, thanks for checking out Eskimo TV. I'm your host, Jason Escamilla, and today I'm reviewing Prison Break, Season 5, Episode 2, Kaniel Outis. So unlike the last episode where we didn't get to see much of Michael, I liked that we definitely got to see more interaction with him. I thought that this episode was great. We learned a little bit more about what's going on, but there's still enough questions in the air to keep us watching and to keep us interested in the upcoming episodes. In this episode, we learned that Michael is trying to communicate with Lincoln. He leaves one of his signature origami messages. It's kind of curious as to who this kid is that leaves this message. If Michael wanted to communicate a message, why didn't he just tell the kid what to say? It is very typical of Michael to communicate in some sort of code, but why do that if you can just tell this kid what it is you want to be communicated? Unless, of course, he's just trying to play it extra safe and not have the possibility of this kid leaking the information to people that shouldn't know. Lincoln ends up getting help from Note and Sheba, which at first she doesn't want to have anything to do with it until Lincoln offers her a bunch of money, which kind of confused me because in the previous episode he was in debt to some people by $100,000. Like, where is he getting this money from? One of my favorite things about this episode is Sarah's quest for answers. I think that a lot of people are feeling sorry for the fact that she's having so many questions as far as what has happened to Michael. She gets a video of someone that she thought was dead, and I'm just trying to figure out how you might react to that. I'm just trying to think, if there's someone that I really loved and I thought was certain passed away, how I would react to learning that they're alive, and not just hearing about it, but watching a video of them alive and also claiming to not know the people that they should know. It makes you wonder, why is he acting this way? And it leaves Sarah wondering why he decided to leave this family. So Sarah ends up seeing Kellerman for help. That guy is everywhere and seems to know a lot about this situation, and it makes me wonder what's his involvement in it. If he knew about it from the start, if he's known that Michael's been alive this whole time. He insinuates to Sarah that Michael wanted all of this to happen and he was seeking out a new identity. And if that's true, it leaves us wondering, why did he want to do that? What was his purpose? Why would he leave his family? Was it to protect them? Or is there another secret or reasoning for all of this? Or is Kellerman lying about Michael intentionally seeking this new identity out? Is he saying that this was the case for another purpose? These are all questions that are unanswered, but I think it's what makes the show really good. As I've said in past reviews, I think any good show that is trying to be suspenseful should always be popping questions in your head that remain unanswered. And so those are some of the questions that I had as I watched the episode. Also, why is Sarah not in prison? Michael worked a number to get her out of the prison, but hasn't anyone been able to identify who she is and send her back, or at least argue the charges that were put against her in the last season? That's just one thing, one random thought that I had as I was watching the episode. Sarah's husband, Jacob, I feel like says what is in his best interest. Like, he obviously doesn't want Sarah to go back to her previous husband, so he's gonna say that, you know, it's a game, that Michael's doing what he should for his own benefit, which was kind of annoying because we, as long committed Prison Break fans, know that that is not the case of Michael's character, and that there's probably another reason as to why he decided to pursue all of this. I'm curious as to how they're going to handle that marriage that Sarah's now in, and hopefully get Sarah and Michael back together. It has to happen because I think the fans would be really disappointed if it didn't. Overall, I thought that this episode was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the future episodes to successfully answer these questions with a satisfying answer. And I think a satisfying answer is going to consist of something that we didn't expect and something that leads us to maybe ask more questions. So I hope that they introduce something that hasn't been done before in the past. And I think that they're already doing a good job because we haven't had this dynamic of Michael taking on a new identity. And as Kellerman states, Michael's the only one smart enough to pull off something as extravagant as doing something like this. And so that's what I thought about this episode. I thought it was great overall. I think that there's a lot that the writers need to answer and do it justice. And so I look forward to see how they handle these questions that are raised and see what new obstacles come about. Thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to Eskimo TV, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and I'll definitely be looking forward to posting a new Prison Break review next Wednesday. Y'all guys have a good one. I'll see you later.